Good morning, guys. So, in our last session, we have discussed about images and all. So, any questions on previous session? No, all good. So, here in our today's session, we are going to start with Linux operating system. So, I hope everybody registered to that shared course. If you fail to register, I can't do anything now. You need to wait till I generate another set of coupons, right? So even if you contact Naresh IT also, they don't help you. So that I'm personally sharing with you guys. So right, I'm going to launch Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Click on select and T2 micro. Go with all the default options here. Storage 8 gigs is too sufficient. And I'm going to call this as a Linux instance. So then configure security groups. So as we discussed, Linux is going to we can connect to that Linux instance when port number 22 is opened. So port number 22 should be open. And if you already have an existing security group, you can go and choose that. So here you observe port number 22 is open on this Linux SZ. So for all Linux instances, I'm going to use this Linux SZ. For Windows, I'm going to use this. Review and launch. So a couple of sessions back, we have seen if you want to use putty, we have created the PPK file and we can use that. Otherwise, you can use PEM file also. So I'm going to use PEM file only and I acknowledge that and launch instance. Right. So I have launched a Linux EC2 instance. Now we are going to get connected to it. We are already using a new console only. So basically this is a previous console. This is a previous console. It used to look like this and this instance and all. So they have modified it to new console. Whenever you turn on that new console, yeah, this is how exactly it look. The look and feel good modified. So here is our Linux instance. So basically, I'm going to use. I have enabled OpenSSH in my machine, so I'm going to use command prompt. Let me navigate here. Give cmd. So then here we got the files, whatever the key pair we have used, that key pair is available here. So I'm going to use that. The command is ssh-i AWS730 kp.pem, then space ec2 user @ then instance public IP address. Grab the public IP address, give that here, click on enter. So then give yes, and now we got connected to our EC2 instance. So now, so whenever you connect to your EC2 instance, by defaultly, you're using a username called ec2-user. So it is a default username to get connected to your EC2 instance. Now I want to switch to root user. So basically, whenever you're working as this user, EC2-user, he have sudo or permissions. That means he can execute any command with administrative rights. So for example, I want to install something. So for that, we can use yum command. Yum install. What do you want to install? So for example, I want to install PHP. I can go here and I can give PHP. But there you can see it is giving an error. You need to be root to perform this command. So always you need to add sudo, then yum install PHP. When I am adding sudo, so it is not asking anything. It is trying to execute that. right? It is waiting for my confirmation. Is it okay? You want to continue? So it's waiting for my confirmation. Of course, I have cancelled this by giving N. So, but it is. So when coming to Windows operating system, the same thing. So if you open a command prompt, you can go here, click on enter, command prompt got opened. The same command prompt, you can go here, CMD, give a right click, run as administrator. Same command prompt I have opened as a user and I have opened as an administrator. So whenever we open this as administrator, whatever the command you are going to execute here, it run with admin level permissions, right? So similarly, you want to execute a command with administrator permissions in Linux operating system. So for that, you need to add sudo. So sudo, then what command you want to give. So it will execute with that admin level permissions. So as a what user you are working, you want to see that. So even in our Windows also this command works. See, now here I logged in to my Windows command prompt. So if I'm giving who am I, it is telling me that, okay, you are within this computer. Within that computer, you're working as Avinash Reddy user. Right. So similarly, this who am I? You're working as a EC2 user in this particular machine. This is what your current username, as what user you are working at this particular device, and this is what our current path. I will talk about that. So that is a current path. So who am I tells us as a what user we are working. In Windows, we have an option to switch user. I can sign out as this user. I can sign in or log in as another user, right? But in Linux operating system, so as it is everything in command basis, you don't need to go with that. So just switching to different user is very easy here. So now from EC to user, I want to switch to root user. For that, very simple command, sudo space su. So switch user, but that command need to be executed with root permissions. So I'm adding sudo. Then click on enter. Immediately just observe. See, we are working as a root user now. So to confirm that, give who am I? See, we are working as a root user. Who am I? We are working as a root user here. So sudo space su is to root user is a command. So then who am I tells us as what user we are working now, as what user we're working now. Right. So now in Windows, so whenever you open any folder, we can see, okay, how many files we have here and all right. But in Linux operating system, if you want to see how many files, what are the files you have in that particular location, you need to give ls. Basically, it is going to list the files and folders. And Linux is not a result oriented, result display oriented operating system. That means if any command executed successfully, it won't return, okay, this command executed successfully and all. But if command is not executed, command is not available, yes, it will return. For example, there is no command ljk in Linux. When I'm trying to give, see here, it is showing me command not found. But ls command is there, it got executed and there is no result for that. So it is waiting for our next command, right? So when I'm giving ls, it is not showing anything. So ls basically is to list. Okay. So ls to list the files or directories. ls is to list the files or directories. So now I'm suspecting I might have some hidden directories here. So in Windows, hidden directory concept, right? For example, here we have 7 files. but I might have a hidden directory here, or I want to hide one particular file or folder. So for that, you can go to this view, and here we have hidden items, right? Whenever you select these hidden items, it will show any hidden item. For example, I want to create a hidden item. So I'm taking a test document and I'm going to property. I'm going to property and I'm going to hide this hidden. Okay, see immediately the color changed to light color. Now, if I don't select this hidden item, see where is that file? It's not showing, it's showing only 7 items, and that new text document is not available here. When can we see that? Whenever you go to view, whenever you select this hidden item, then only you can see this. See now total 8 items. Why this is a hidden? So similarly, in Linux operating system, I'm assuming I might have some hidden items here, hidden files or folders here. So for that, we have a command called ls-a. It is going to list everything, including hidden directories and all. So give ls-a. See in Windows, if the file is in light color, if file is in light color, we are going to treat that as a hidden directory. You can go to property and you can verify that. But in Linux operating system, how we can view, how we can come to know whether that is a hidden directory or not. So in Linux, if any file name starts or folder name, any file name or folder name starts with dot, it is a hidden directory. It's a hidden file or directory. It is a hidden file or directory. Right, let's see that. So I'm giving ls-a. There you can see it is showing whenever give ls, it is shown nothing. But when I'm giving ls-a, it is showing bash logout, bash profile, bash rc.ssh. So basically, whatever the key pair you're using to get connected to this EC2 instance, that key pair will be in this location. Whenever you go to the .ssh, here give ls, we have a file called authorized keys. See, this is a key pair. We must browse. It is going to be validate against this. Then only you can get connected to the EC2 instance. So this is a mechanism. So clear is a command to clear the screen. So you will come to top and everything goes up here. So we are working on a clean terminal now. So for that, in Windows, the command is CLS. See now we are working. So these many are there. I want to clear the screen. CLS, clear the screen. It won't erase. It will go top. It will go up. Right. So that is a clear command and CLS. So now I want to know what is my current working location. If it is a Windows, yeah, you can see, okay, we are in this new folder now. Whenever you click here under C drive, users, Avinash Reddy, there is a folder called desktop. There is another folder called key pair. Within that, there is another folder called new folder. There we have all these files, right? Now, similarly, I want to see where exactly I am in this Linux operating system. For that, we have a command called pwd, print working directory. PWD stands for print working directory. In simple, it tells us where we are. It tells us where we are working now. So now when I'm giving PWD, so we are within a home directory. Within that we have a EC2-user. Within that we have a folder called .ssh. And as we have dot, that is a hidden directory. So I want to go back to this home EC2-user. Okay, so for that the command is cd. CD means change the directory. See, basically this mechanism works in Windows also. For example, I want to go to this key pair. So what I can do, I can remove this new folder. When I click on this, I came to new folder. I want to go to desktop. I can remove this desktop. See, simply to what path I want to go, I'm simply giving that path here. Click on enter, I'm going to that. For example, I want to go to another drive. Instead of C drive, I want to go to D drive. So I'm just giving D here, click on enter, I'm in D drive. Right, along with the drive, I want to go to F drive. I can give that F here, click on enter, see we are in the F drive. So I want to go to ADS folder. So then next to this, give ADS, we are in this ADS folder. So similarly, we need to give the path here, but you need to add one command. So far you just give that, but whatever the one mentioned or using here, same mechanism here in Linux operating system. So I want to go to this path, cd space home. See, you don't need to give everything, just give couple of letters, press tab, it will pick that home. Then I'm giving ec2-user, then click on enter. So CD will takes to that particular path. For example, I want to go to temp directory. I can give T, then press tab. Now we are in temp directory. To confirm that PWD, okay, we are in temp. I want to go to etc. Then we are in etc. If you want to see how many files we have in etc, give ls. See these many files we have in that particular location. So CD will take us to that particular path. I want to go to home of ec2-user. So we have given that. So basically cd command is for change directory. So cd, the syntax is cd space, like the path. Example path is home ec2-user. So then it will take us to that particular path. Now I want to create a file in this particular location. So to create a file in Linux operating system, in Windows, we have multiple options, right? Whenever you navigate here, um, yeah. So for example, you want to create a file here. So you can give a right click, new, you can use text document, you can use Word document, or you can use Notepad++. So right, multiple options we have here. So similarly, in Linux, if you want to create a 0-byte file, we have a very simple command, touch. So just give touch command, then file name. So it creates a 0-bytes file. Create a simple file without any data and all. So navigate here, give touch. What is the file name you want to give? A.txt. Then click on enter. That command got executed. I want to create another file, touch b.txt. That file got created. Another touch, you can give it here. So give ls, enter. So earlier there it showed nothing, but now we have created a.txt and b.txt. So both the files got created here, a.txt and b.txt. I want to create a hidden file. So for that, I'm going to give touch dot c.txt. So whenever you're adding dot before that file name, it will become as a hidden directory, right? It got created. When I gave ls, see, is it showing that? No, it's not showing. But when I gave ls-a, show everything, now it is showing .cet.txt also. So this is a command to list everything, including hidden directories and all, including hidden. Right? So touch is to create a very simple file, so you can use it. So now, whatever the files we created, so I want to edit that file. So I want to edit that file. So for that, we have different, editors in Linux operating system. So Some commonly used editors are Nano Editor, VI Editor, and VIM Editor. So successor of VI is VIM. So now I'm going to explain with VIM Editor. So VIM Editor. So very simple, couple of commands. VIM space what is a file name. So then the file opens editor. File opens with editor. So now I want to edit a.txt file. So let me clear the screen when I'm giving ls. So a.txt is there. So now I want to edit that a.txt. So I can give VIM, then file. I'm giving just a, then tab. Okay. Now I'm going to use VIM editor to edit that a.txt file. So then click on enter. Now this file got opened. See here to confirm that here you can see a.txt at 0 line and 0 column. Right, it is opened. But when I'm trying to enter something, it's not accepting. By defaultly, this file opens in read-only mode. To write any data to this file, we need to press I. See, I'm pressing I, immediately it went to insert mode. See this. So whenever this file is insert mode, then only you can start writing all the data. So I have pressed I and it went to insert mode. Now we are good to write anything. So this is my first edit in Linux operating system. Now I done with all my changes. So I want to write all these changes to the file and I want to quit. See, similar thing you can do in Windows operating system also. I'm opening Windows R and I'm giving notepad. In run, I'm giving notepad, click on enter. Now I have, okay, this is my first edit in Windows. Now I want to close this. Whenever we are closing this, it is giving three options: save and close. Don't save. Again, it come back to, like, the changes is not going to save, editor is going to close. Cancel means again we can start continue writing. Whenever you click on cancel, you can start writing. Whenever you click on this, whenever you select don't save, the editor is gone, but no information is saved inside that file, right? Similarly, in this VIM editor also, press I to go to insert mode. After going to insert mode, press escape to come out from insert mode. So when we'll come to insert come out from insert mode. Whenever we're done with all the writings and all, press escape. See, immediately insert is gone from here. So if I press I, it is showing insert. If I press escape, it is not showing that. See, now I pressed I. Then I have multiple options. One is :WQ. W means write, K means quit. Write the changes and quit the editor. :WQ means write the changes and quit the editor. Otherwise, :Q exclamatory. Quit without writing the data. Quit editor without writing the data. Similar mechanism, see this, as I mentioned, I have a file, I opened it, I wrote something. When I click on this, if I click on save, what happened? This data is going to return to this. And I have opened that file again, I wrote some more. Now when I'm clicking this, if I don't click on save, so the second set of data is not going to return. Right? The same mechanism in Linux also. :WQ, write and quit. Okay, there is no mistake in this. So I'm going to give :WQ. Click on enter. The data returned to this a.txt. So how we can view that? To view that, we can use touch command. We can use more command or cat command to view the data, to view the file info or content without opening file. For example, I want to see what's inside the a.txt. I can give cat a.txt. It is showing. We can even use more also. So more is more official command, cat also of course, but more more a.txt. It is showing what exactly. So do we have anything in that b.txt? I'm giving cat b.txt. No information is available. So these are the commands we use mainly. Of course, if you want to, we have some more commands for this. For example, I am opening vim a.txt. If I give double D, that entire file got deleted. So such type of commands are there. So but that not really required at moment. So see, I have given few exclamatory. Quit without forcing the writing the changes. So these are the commands we commonly use to create any files in Linux operating system. So I hope it is clear so far. Or any questions for me so far, guys? So these are very basic command. Whenever you go, whenever you learn Windows also, initially what you did, you have seen how to open this, or you have discussed like how to open Paint. So then how to draw a little house, a sun on the corner, and all right. So those are the first things we perform. So how to navigate to a folder and how to go to like how to open that file, how to play. These are the things you learn first in Windows, right? So similarly, so these are the very basic things. How to go to one folder to another folder, and how to like open that, how to write something inside that. So these are the things we discussed, right? So another basic thing in Linux operating system is cut and paste and copy and paste. So for that, CP is for copy. CP is for copy and paste. MV is for cut and paste, or we use this to rename the files also, or to rename file or folder. To rename the file or folder also, we use this. To cut and paste also, we use this. Okay, so now let's see. For example, I have couple of files here. For example, I'm going to take touch song1.txt. You can give any format actually. Song2. For example, I want to give like so whenever we give ls song1.txt is there, that's the wrong format. So rm is a command to remove that. Give yes, yes, that file got deleted. Rm is to remove. Rmdir is to delete the directory, remove directory. So let's keep that aside now. So I have like touch song1.mp3 is there. Touch song2.mp3 is there. So touch video1.mp4, touch video 2.mp4. If you give ls, you can find all these files. Now I want to put all songs in a folder and I want to put all videos in another folder. But first of all, I need to create a folder. For that, the command is mkdir, make directory. Directory is nothing but a folder. So I'm giving mkdir songs. Okay, mkdir videos. How to confirm that? Give ls. See here, we got a folder called songs. We got another folder called videos. Okay, so now I want to move this song 1 and song 2 to this songs folder, video 1 and video 2 to this video folder. Okay, so now We have copy and paste and cut and paste. Let's take copy and paste. I hope everyone know whenever you're using copy and paste, it will keep a copy here and it creates another copy in the desired location. So cp song1 dot mp3. Where do you want to store? I'm giving space. I want to store this in songs directory. Press enter. Okay, I want to copy song 2 also to songs directory. Right, whenever we give ls, see song 1 is there, song 2 also available here. Let's go inside songs folder. But before that, confirm. Okay, now we are under EC2 iPhone user. Give cd, go to songs. So now our present working directory is, see, home EC2 iPhone user songs. We are in this folder. And whenever we give ls, there you can see song 1 is there, song 2 is there. So we have used copy and paste. Similar mechanism. For example, I have this RDS task3.png. I want to copy that to AWS directory. I can go inside and I can paste this. So the file is copied here as well as file also available here. But the same thing if I perform cut and paste. For example, I want to cut this file from here. I want to paste it here. I can give a right click, cut and paste. So that file gone from this location, but it came here. So similarly, in Windows for copy and paste, use CP, for cut and paste, MV. So now let me do this video 1 and video 2 cut and paste. For that, MV. Okay, we are in songs directory. Whenever we are trying to find something with the VI name, nothing available. So we need to come back one step. So basically, for previous step in Linux operating system, we can use cd space dot dot. So in Linux, double dot represents the one previous step. So I'm giving cd space dot dot. Now, our previous path is this. I have given cd space dot dot. We will come back to here. Again, if you give cd space dot dot, you will come to here. So if you give pwd, see we are under home. So cd space dot dot will take us to one path back here. So now let me go to cd, home of EC2 iPhone user. So there, whenever we give ls, we have all this. So now mv video 1.mp4 to, where do you want to videos directory. So then click on enter. If you give ls, the video 1 is gone. mv video 2.mp4 videos directory. Then click on enter. So if you give ls, that file also gone. Whenever you go inside videos, if you give ls, the files available here. So we have used mv command. So another use also is there whenever you are using, for example, so touch12.mp4 is there. So now the file got created, but you have accidentally given 1, 2 instead of 3. Now you want to rename this. In that case also, we are going to use MV. MV, what is the previous name? Then what is the new name you want to give? Video3.mp4. So we are using MV, cut and paste. While pasting, we are going to give a new name in simple mechanism. So MV, this is the actual name and I have given new name. If we give ls, see here, video 3 is there. Where is this video 1, 2? So that got renamed to this video 3.mp4. So for renaming also, we can use mv command. So mkdir, this is a make directory command, right? So these are another simple things. When coming to Linux operating system, if you want to install something, it is very, very easy, guys. In Windows only, it's difficult. For example, you want to install PHP. So if you Google it, how to install PHP in Windows. So First of all, you need to download the packages, you need to perform the installation, and in Windows to download this, for example, you're trying to download PHP. So this is the official website, first couple of, okay, fine. So after that, download XAMPP, apachefriends.org. We really don't know whether it is official or not. Softonic.com, softonic.com. So is it official? No, not sure. That's not at all official. So in Windows, there is a lot of things like, many spammed applications, spam softwares available. So if you install that, you must install from trusted sources only. So if you're not installing from trusted source, your system might affected with malware and all, right? The virus and all. It might steal sensitive information from your network and all. But in Linux operating system, it's not like that. We are going to have a concept called repositories. You are going to get that package from the repositories only. Whatever the repository you're testing or whatever the repositories Amazon is managing, from that repositories only, you need to download and install. So for that, you don't need to perform anything. So earlier, we use an option called RPM, Red Hat Package Manager. Red Hat Package Manager. So basically that RPM, so have a disadvantage. We need to resolve everything. So if you want to install anything RPM-IVH, then we need to give the package path. So you need to download and you need to keep it ready. So but instead of this RPM, what this all Linux community came up with, they came up with YUM. So YUM stands for Yellow Dog Updater or Update Manager. Updater or Update Manager. Many guys call it as updater only. So, but technically it's update manager. So give YUM the package name. So earlier we have used RPM. RPM stands for Red Hat Package Manager. So that got replaced with YUM. So YUM have an advantage. It will resolve the packages or dependencies automatically. So simply what you need to give valid package name. So I want to install something. So simple yum install. Then what do you want to install? I want to install PHP. Give enter. See from where it is coming? It is coming from a repository called Amazon 2 core repository. So this is a repository Amazon is managing. From that repository, this package is coming and it is dependencies got resolved. See how many packages it is going to download, which packages it is going to modify. Everything it tells us. It is waiting for our confirmation. See, these files are going to be modified and these files are going to be added. See, it is installing PHP. It is going to install all these dependencies. So now it is waiting for our confirmation. Do you want to confirm? Give yes, otherwise just download or just no. No is an option now. So we have an advantage with this yum. It gets everything. For example, yum install Apache. For that package name is stdpd. So I'm giving yum install stdpd. Click on enter. See, it pick all the files. What are the files it is going to install or modify it, giving all that, and it is waiting for our confirmation. So everything is available with that yum. So now I'm going to make this EC2 instance as a web server. For that, yum install stdpd is a package name. Again, in Linux operating system, see, whenever you are giving yum install stdpd, if whenever you are clicking on enter, it is waiting for our confirmation, right? So give yes or download or no. It is waiting for our confirmation. But I know what package I'm installing. I don't want to get that confirmation or I don't want to make it as an interactive one. So in that case, what you can do, hey Linux, I know what I'm installing. Pick yes as an option. See, I'm giving -y. So let me show you. When I'm trying to install, it is waiting for my confirmation. Right. Instead of this confirmation, what I can do, I can give yum install stdpd-y. Pick yes as an option. Don't ask me again. Then click on enter. There you can see it got picked yes as an option and installation is completed. So non-interactive installation. Yum install stdpd-y. So then to install the web server, this is a command. Yum install stdpd. So once this got installation is completed, let's go here, let's grab it and test the output here in our local machine. So make sure the port number 80 is open in the security group. Is it open? Yes, it's open for everyone, but we are not able to get the output. See, whenever you're trying to install it again, yum install stdpd-y. Whenever you're trying to give, see, it's already installed and the latest version, but we are not able to get the output. So the reason is we might not start that service yet. So in Windows, where we can verify all the services, Windows are here services.msc, gap services.msc. So for example, now time is working, Windows search is working, this Windows Explorer is working, in backend one service is running for that. Chrome is running, in backend one service is running for that. So basically these are all the services currently in running state. So themes, like semantic antivirus, these all Realtek audio service is running. So that's why you are able to hear. When I'm stopping the service, that is not going to run. RPC, remote procedure call, it's working. So these all services are working. Just because of that only we are able to perform all these things. Similarly, the package is installed successfully, but I want to know whether service is running or not. So for that, we can use a command called service. What is the package name or service name? Status. Service stdpd status. See here, the service is inactive. It's in dead state. So basically, we need to start the service. Instead of status, give start. If you want to stop, you can give stop. If you want to restart, you can even restart this. So service stdpd start. Click on enter. It got started. How you are going to confirm that? Give service status. This time, see this, it is active and running. So whenever the service is in running state, when we go here, if we give a refresh, it should show this web page. So this is a test page. And if you are not able to, even service is in running state, if you are not able to get this page, verify your security groups. That is the only thing you need to verify. Security group port number 80 must be opened to your network or to custom or for everyone. That must be open, right? So that is a reason. Now, if we restart this machine, the service is going to stop automatically. So let's verify that. So now the service is up and running here. We are able to access this website. So what happened due to some reasons you have rebooted this instance. So while rebooting, will it change the status? No, in backend it is going to reboot. And will reboot gives us a new public IP address. Reboot won't give us a new public IP address. Only stop and start operation only gives a new public IP address. Okay. Now, so the machine got rebooted. See here, the connection to this is closed by remote host. The connection got closed. Now, once that machine up and running, you can get connected to this instance again. So I got connected to this machine. Sudo space su space to root user, clearing the screen. Now, if I go here, if I give a refresh, see, it's trying to load, and it's gone. Why? Again, service stdpd status, it is inactive again. So basically, we have an option to make this service as a logon service. Even in our services.msc also, see here startup type automatic. Automatic means whenever your machine is rebooted, whenever you start this machine for the first time, so or whenever you rebooted, so this service is going to start automatically. If you are giving disabled, so basically the service is not going to start manually. You need to enable and start that. So themes, it is running automatically, Windows themes. So semantic antivirus, so it is running automatically. So similarly, I want to make this HTTPD service as an automatic one. See, currently it is set to disable. Okay. So now to make that as a logon service, the command is chk config HTTPD on. Make HTTPD as logon service. Okay. So let me start the service. Service HTTPD start. Okay. Verify the status. So it is running, but see this is disabled and all. Now chk config HTTPD on. When I click on enter, okay, it created a link shortcut for the startup files. Then whenever we gave status, this time it is enabled. A minute back, whenever you scroll up, here you observe it is disabled, right? But now, as I executed this command chk config HTTPD on, so it created a link here. That link is available. See, it is creating a link user lib systemd HTTPD service. Similar thing. So it is enabled now. So what happened? Now if you go and if you reboot your machine also, the service is going to start automatically. Now it is working. If I go here, if I reboot this instance, while it is rebooting only, this is going to take some downtime. See, it's trying to load, it's trying to load, it's going to fail. But in a minute or two, once this machine up and running, automatically you will get this web page. You don't need to start or stop anything. So this command will work for us. So service HTTPD start is another command. Okay. So along with that start, we can use stop, restart or status. So this command is start the service. So these three commands will make our EC2 instance as a web server. Very simple, right? Compared to Windows. Now, instead of this test web page, so now by this time it is the service is up and the instance is up and running, service started automatically. So we haven't started anything here, right? So it is working now. So now, what small thing? So instead of this test page, see in our Windows, so under C drive, inet pub, www root path. So inetpub www root path, like there we created index.html and all. So similarly, for this Linux instance, you want to create a file and you want to deliver as a default web page. Okay, so for that, I'm going to use a VIM editor. So, but the path is var www.html. So this is a path where you need to create the file. Public document root path. Public document root path. So whatever the file you are going to store here, that will deliver via this path. So now I want to go to that location. Then what is the command? cd, then give that path. Whenever you are giving cd, what it will do? It will take us to that particular path, right? We know what exactly cd is. cd, what path? Give first letter, press tab. Then again first letter, press tab. Then HTML H tab. Then click on enter. What is our print working directory? Var www.html is our current path. So we are in the right path. Now here I want to create a index.html. So we already discussed VIM editor, VIM index.html. So it opens that, then create the file. So then write the data, then colon WQ. So then that will be delivered. Now VIM, do I have anything here? ls, no, ls-a, again nothing. There is no files or folders in this location. So see, whenever you observe ls-a, this dot, it represents the current path. Double dot, it represents the previous path. Whenever you give double dot, it will take us to this path, right? So this represents that. So let's forget about that. That's not a big thing actually. So VIM index.html, click on enter, press I to go to insert mode. So and I'm going to write, okay, this is my web server. Press escape colon WQ. Right, whenever we go here, when we give refresh, see, it is showing this my web server. So I want to give like, a bit bold and all. So I'm opening that file again. So then press I to go to insert mode. So and I'm going to give like, HTML, and I'm going to give header one, then close the header and close the HTML also if you want to go with a very proper manner. Then press escape colon WQ. Now the information got written to that file. See, this is my web server. We are able to get it. Right. So I want to create another file and I want to deliver. So VIM status.html. Press I. So I'm just giving a header that is also works for us. Header one, and I'm giving this instance is healthy. I'll tell you in our coming sessions we are going to use this status.html file. Press escape colon WQ. So if you give ls, status.html file also is there. How to access that? Next to this path, give status.html. See this instance is healthy. So it's showing index.html, status.html, that you can see. Right? So this is how exactly we make our instance as a web server and delivering the content. So in our next session, we are going to discuss how to deal with the volumes and image, right? So at moment, if you want to see what are all the block-based devices or what are the volumes associated to this EC2 instance, the command is lsblk will shows all the files, shows all the devices associated to instance, whether it is made available or not, regardless of that, it shows that lsblk at moment XPDA 8 GB one is there. So that is associated to slash. So everything within this. So the same thing, if you want to see including individual partitions and all, what file system it is using and all, we can use df space capital hyphen capital th. Whenever you give this, it shows this. Okay. So out of that 8 GB dev XPDA1 is a 8 GB volume. That 8 GB volume, 1.4 GB already used for different temporary file systems and all. Like 6.7 GB for operating system and all. 6.7 GB is available. 18% is used and it got mounted to the slash. Now, whenever you create a new volume, whenever you associate that volume here, first it will show here. Then we need to write a file system. Then you need to mount it to a path. Then it will show here. So that part we will do in our next session. So df space hyphen capital th. So these are the commands we actually use to verify. Available volumes and mount points. Right, that is a df hyphen capital th. Okay, so any questions on this session, guys? So whoever don't have any experience with Linux operating system, how you are feeling? Is it a bit difficult or is it okay? Or you still have that feeling that Linux is a bit hard and all? No response at all. Right. Okay, really it's clear. Thanks for that.
Avinash,
Yeah,
just a
Avinash.
question.
Yeah.
So where are you mentioning the YAM repository location? You said for RPM, right? That package must be physically present, right? In whatever
Yeah.
directory. And for YAM, you said it will download it, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, there must be some location from it is downloading. So is that configured anywhere?
Yes, exactly. Basically, it is going to configure. So first of all, we are going to have a yum repos.d file.
Okay.
Yum.repos.d file. So that file must be available. So then only you can within that whatever the file or folder you have. So then only you will get it. So it is okay. Come on, this path. Okay. So cd etc yum path is there under etc when you give ls. So these are some repos. If you give cd etc yum dot repos d, whenever you give ls, this is a repository path. So within this repository, whatever the files or what are the packages you have, that Amazon is going to pick and it is going to. So if you want to see, you can go to this Amazon to core. So this is the path it is using and all. So you need that path, right? So this is a path. etc
Okay.
yum repos d is a path.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Hi, Avinash. And one more question. How do we know what are the softwares available in that repository? Now
So
you say
basically those
HTTP. Yeah.
packages, yeah, those packages are going to be managed by Linux communities. And here it is managed by AWS. If you want to create your own repository, you can create it. But as per my experience, I'm mentioning that whatever package you require, that will be available. If anyone is delivering any package separately, you need to create one simple file here. So in this particular location, create a repository, whatever the link they are giving, from what location they are giving, that you need to add that the package repository name and gpg key and all. Then only you will get that. If the package is not available, you won't get it. For example, yum install, so there is no package ghgh this. If I give -y, see, no package is available. It tells that what repository it is verifying is the package is available or not.
Okay. Can we get any list? What are the available? Like
Of
earlier you
course,
gave
we
some
have
PHP.
command to list the package. I think it is yum list. So these are the packages available with the yum.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Python, yum, libraries, Google, many packages available. So you can get that list also.
Okay, thanks, Avinash.
Yeah. Right. So any other questions, guys?
Avinash, from the yesterday's session, right? You said while creating the golden AMI, right? One should set the administrator password, right? So when we were inside the EC2 instance, you updated the administrator password, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense, right? Since you have already set the password, so whenever you will spin up a new instance using that AMI, AMI, that password would be there, right?
Yeah.
So why? But what is the reason that you said it is a mandatory? I mean, kind of one should set that administrator password.
Yes, for golden AMI won't work.
Let's say I do not set the password, right? I
Your
must change
instance is
that.
gone. See, if it is a mandatory means you must follow that, right? Of course, you can get that EC2 instance back by running some commands by using systems manager and all. You can get that back. So, but that is a mandatory option. You need to.
Okay. In case if I would not have said that, right, and I use the same API key, the PAM file, to decrypt the password, right? Won't that have worked for that?
No. Why I
Uh,
gave the task to you earlier, and why I have shown that even if you gave a key pair and all, that won't work. Why I clearly mentioned and why I try to show that.
but that won't work because you already set the administrator password, right? So, I mean, obviously that won't work now because we have already given the administrator password. I am saying that let's say I have
So
not
do
given
one thing
the
for us. Do one thing. Just like
yeah, I will try.
yesterday, just go through that particular part. I clearly mentioned that why I am associating a key pair, just to show you that even if you associate a key pair also, it won't work. I clearly mentioned that. Again, you
Yes.
came up with the same question.
No, I understand that, right? But before that, you already updated the administrator password, right? So that is why the key pair is not working anymore. I'm saying
Yes,
if I do
sir.
not update the,
Do one
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Do one thing. Don't change the password. Try to spin up an EC2 instance and
yes,
test
yes,
it.
yeah, yes, sure,
You
sure.
test it and come
Yeah.
back with the result, whether it is working or not.
Okay. Obviously, it won't work as
Just
you are
try.
saying, right?
Why
So,
you
but
are saying that? Have you
oh,
tested that?
I will try. I will try today and let you
I
know then.
tested multiple times. I tested multiple times and directly I'm telling you that. So you test it, you come back with your result. If it is not working, we both are good. If it is working, yeah, you can question me why it is working. You said it's not working, but it is working for me. Why it is working? Come back with that question.
Oh, but my question is why it is not working. But anyway, we'll discuss tomorrow. If you want me to try first, I can give it a try once, right?
Yeah. Why it is working? Why? Because it's a golden AMI. Golden AMI won't work with the existing PEM files. Whenever you are creating a golden AMI, so
Mm-hmm.
EC2 config is going to modify the settings accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So the key pair won't work. That's why I asked you either go with that's why I asked you to go with the like not required with go with that option like no key pair required to associate to that EC2 instance and all. Go with that
Mm-hmm.
option.
Okay.
Okay, what is the command to check status of all service? So it's a basically system CTL. You can use system CTL command to verify all the services. You can give another command system CTL hyphen type is equal to service. It shows all the services. Basically, my system got stop responding to this. Yeah, let me connect. So sudo space su clearing the screen. System CTL. So these are the services running here. These all are the services. So if you want to see that system CTL hyphen type is equal to service. So these are the services. Okay. So such type of advanced commands you don't need to discuss. I have shared a Linux course. So you can go through that Linux course and you can get everything, how to create a user, what is a boot process. So basically all those things we discussed there. So basically this part, this Linux session is intended for novice guys. So if you don't have any experience with Linux operating system and all, this is a time to start, right? I hope everybody registered to that. So now you are good to continue with that course whenever you have some time. So please go through that. It's just like 5 hours or 6 hours course you can take every day 1 hour. So you can add like, at least 1 year or 2 years experience with Linux operating system with that content. So mainly who have long gap in the career. So you guys please add like, 1 year experience you can cover up with the Linux. You can mention initial 1 year you start with Linux, then you move to AWS project and all, right? As an internal movement and all. So that will definitely help you to cover up 1 year. So please go through the Linux course which I shared, right? So that's it for today's session, guys. See you again tomorrow. Thank you, guys.